Okay, these questions gonna test how well you remember rational functions, particularly the effect of zeros or roots. And what you want to remember is that in a rational function, in the top, the factors will determine the x-intercepts, or if the factor is repeated, oops, didn't mean that. If the factor is repeated, it's a whole. So you'd have to see that same factor repeated top and bottom. If it's unique by itself up top, it's an x-intercept. Down here, it would be a vertical asymptote. Okay, but it's the zeros of these factors. It's the zeros of the roots that will show up graphically when you graph the equation. Okay, so the factor x plus 2 is in the where? X plus 2, the 0 is negative 2. Where do we see negative 2 kind of show up in the function c? Negative 2. Well, we can go over to negative 2 on the x-axis and see, oh, it's right there. Hey, guess what? We have a vertical asymptote there. We can go up to down to negative 2 on the y-axis, but that doesn't really mean anything in terms of what a factor will do given its placement in the function. So the fact that we have an asymptote at negative 2 means that this factor's got to be in the denominator. We've got to have something like this, x plus 2 down here, and not repeated upstairs. Otherwise, it'd be a whole. So here you can say because VA, you saw a vertical asymptote at the 0 for that factor. All right, factor x minus 1 is in where? Well, the 0 of this is positive 1, and we're looking really for a VA or an x-intercept or a whole. So we got to look. The only place to really look is along the x-axis. And for positive 1, which would be right here, there's no x-intercept. I don't see a whole there. Nope. Nor do I see a VA. So it's neither. That's not going to be anywhere in the function. So I can say not VA, not x-intercept, not a whole. Okay, but what about this factor, which creates a 0 of positive 3? Okay, let's look up. Positive 3 xy's is over here. Well, guess what? We do have a whole right there. That means this factor must be in both. It's got to be in the numerator and the denominator. It's a repeater. And that's because there's a whole at, oops, I meant to say it right here. Numerator and denominator. And the factor x minus 1, which creates a 0 at negative 1, again, we're looking for one of three things. Let's go to x minus 1, x equaling negative 1. And, whoa, hey, look, right there. Right there, x equals negative 1. And what we see is an x-intercept. So that means that factor has got to be in the numerator.